Hello, everyone. Before we begin, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment telling us where you're from and what time you're watching this. That way, YouTube will keep showing you more stories like this. Now, let's begin. I'm not a superstitious man. As a former soldier, I've faced death, gunfire, and the screams that echo through the forest at night. So, you see, I thought I was tough enough not to be swayed by those silly ghost stories city people like to spin, until I took a night guard job at an old hospital. That hospital sat on the edge of the city, in an area few people passed through at night. It had once been a treatment center for soldiers during the war, then stood abandoned for 2 decades before the local government renovated. But no matter how many fresh coats of paint or modern LED lights were installed, the haunted stories clung stubbornly to its brick walls and aging hallways. My first shift started on a Friday night. The sky was pitch black. A light drizzle fell. The air was so cold, my hands went numb, even inside my gloves. I was given a walkie-talkie, a flashlight, and an access code for the security camera system. My post was the 2nd floor, which had a row of old operating rooms no longer in use. I'd heard that a serious incident had taken place. There, 1 doctor and 2 patients had died in the same night. It was never made public, and no one was willing to share the details. I sat in the security room, staring at the monitor split into 16 camera feeds. Everything was eerily still. There were no patients on the 2nd floor. The lights there had already been switched off. Only darkness remained, along with the sound of wind whistling through a cracked window pane. 11:17. P.M. Camera. 8 operating room forlornly flickered to life. I jolted, rubbing my eyes. The light in there had been off. The door locked. How could there be movement? I stared at the screen. A shadow, its shape indistinct, stood in the far left corner of the room. It was faint like mist, yet it stayed completely still for a long time. No swaying, no shifting, as if it were watching. A chill crept down my spine. These scary stories to tell in the dark I once laughed at began resurfacing in my mind. I grabbed the walkie-talkie. I'm seeing movement in operating room 4. Can someone check the camera feed for me? No response. I tried again. 2nd floor. Camera 8, unusual movement detected. Still silence. I stood up, gripping my flashlight. The unease crawling through me wouldn't let me stay still. I had to check if there was an intruder. The 2nd floor had only 1 entrance. Located at the far end of a long hallway, the light flickered every 3 seconds. I walked slowly. Each step echoed back in the cold emptiness. The tiles made a clack, clack sound, like the beat of a nervous heart. When I reached operating room 4, the door was ajar. I was certain it had been locked at the start of my shift. Inside was pitch black. I swept the flashlight beam inside, my hand trembling slightly. The room was empty. Only an old operating table, a few dusty medical cabinets, and a smell musty, mixed with something metallic, like dried blood. I stepped inside. Suddenly, my flashlight went out. I tapped it. Nothing. My phone had no signal either. The darkness swallowed everything. Then I heard it breathing, right behind me, slow, deep, raspy, like it came from a throat-burned roar. I spun, power around, no one, but the metallic scent of blood was stronger than ever. I stepped back, and my foot hit something soft, cold, and slippery. I turned on my phone's flashlight and froze. A white lab coat, stained with blood, lay on the floor. The name on it read Dr. Samuel Cross. I remembered that name. He was the doctor who had died in the fateful surgery 20